with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Mayfield with it once more. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They started on the ground with Eckler. And an alley to run. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From midfield now, Haskins. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Second down, Haskins. He spots Henderson, open left side. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got... And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Austin Eckler as the first half is winding down. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
The Niners take over. We play to win. Let's go. 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Redskins take over first down. Let's go. At their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. It's Eckler again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch that. Go.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Let's go one more. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Here we go on 4th down. Haskins. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, I'm coming. No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. In your face.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. So that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Mayfield on first down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
A gain of 14. First down, 49ers.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Anthony Barr picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing, Mayfield. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Alert, 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 alert. Mike 35, Mike 35. Hey, team 6, team 6. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Third and long for Mayfield. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 28. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Mayfield to throw it. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And a 49er first down.
Mayfield brings him up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
35 is Mike. Hey, pick your game up. Mike 35, Mike 35. I don't think you got it, sir. 35 is the Mike.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he is all the way up past the 25. Trying to get it to Landry there. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw on second down. Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Haskins now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Let's go. Mike, go. 52. You remember me? You go. Let's go, baby. Mike 52.
Now Haskins, third and long. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
Yeah, baby.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9.
Regular. Smooth. I got you.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Check it out, read. Real. Hurry. You better breathe. I'm letting you know right now. Hey, echo. 35's the mic. I got you, boy.
Mayfield. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Ricky. Rail. Switch gears.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Over the middle here to Brown. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go, D. Point it right. Hey, alert! Hey, Alpha. Flare.
First down, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Monte Nicholson picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Intercepted. The Redskins take over 1st and 10.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Mike, 53.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Launching one for Henderson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Redskins, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.